Do you deal with gassing, bloating, or even sluggish digestion? Well, you're not alone. In fact, 1 in 3 adults struggle with these digestive issues, according to the Gut Health Institute in 2023. But the good news is you can fix it, and the mostly you can fix it with diet. So tune in and we'll talk more about it. Welcome if you're new to my channel. This is our Intro to Holistic Medicine course. My name is Dr. Erica Steele, and all this week we're talking about nutrition. I talk about nutrition often because food is medicine, let's face it. But this week specifically, we're going to really be talking a lot about nutrition and how to use food as medicine and food to heal. So if you need any of those resources, go ahead and click the link below. I have tons of courses and free materials and all kinds of things related to nutrition. So let's jump into it. So the first thing is we want to focus on eating more fiber. So the best sources for gut health, I like to use psyllium husk, but you can also use other natural fiber sources like your green leafy vegetables, making sure that you eat those with every single meal. I think you want to get to about 25 to 30 grams of fiber in a day just to make sure that you're getting optimal digestion. Number 2, stay hydrated. Dehydration can cause lots of gassing and bloating and constipation, believe it or not. And so water as well as herbal teas can support digestion. So herbal teas such as ginger is probably one of my favorites, just to be able to help digestion and help ease anything. Also put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in some warm water as well. That can alkalize my system. And believe it or not, I'll do some magnesium citrate in my water as well. I'll add electrolytes or even minerals to my water just to make it more hydration. I know water can be a really big topic, and we'll probably get into water eventually, but let's keep it focused to digestion. So number 3, we look at prebiotic as well as probiotic. So we can look at our fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi, or even our digestive bitters. A lot of those things have been taken out of our diet, and they help keep that acidity balance within our stomach to allow for greater digestion. But also when we do our pre and probiotics, that can really help smooth out any kind of imbalances in intestinal flora within our small intestines. Number 4, we want to chew our food and eat mindfully. So many times we're rushed, busy, going here, going there. So slowing down and being present to what you're actually eating and chewing mindfully, because digestion really begins in your mouth. And lastly, we want to reduce our inflammatory foods. So what are those? That's going to be your bread, your sugar, your dairy, processed foods. That should be no more than 20% of your diet. So when we think about our diet as a whole, if we look at it 100% for the week, we want 80% to be healthy. So we're not asking for extremes. We're not doing perfection. Even if you want to be, more healthy, you only want to get to 90%. It's important to have that little bit of percentage of just kind of letting loose, simply to help the mind so you don't get into that rigidity, because hyper focused on healthy food is not necessarily healthy either. So making sure that you are, reducing those inflammatory foods. And so you can easily replace that. Reading labels as well, understanding different names for sugar, different names for dairy. And naturally, we know that if it's man-made, we want to stay away from it. If it's God-made, we want to eat it. And really paying close attention to what ingredients are in our food can really help. So those are some tips to help improve digestion. Naturally, there's probably lots more that we can discuss when it comes to optimal digestion, but that gives you just a few tips to really work with as you're exploring your nutrition and looking at your pH levels and how they shift and move. So if you are in our Intro to Holistic Medicine class this week, we'll all be talking about nutrition. If you want to still register for the class, you can. Go ahead and click the link in the bio, scroll down and fill out the form. It is a self-paced course. And so we're learning all about nutrition this week and how you and your family can live naturally.